7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
It's now time for the Pony Cake Sports Podcast with your hosts, Josh Stevens, Tim Thompson, and Tom Schultz. Woo!
All right. We have had some moves recently in the league, and some people like some of them, and some people think that they are retarded trades.
I think we need to start a little bit here and just give kudos to Mike.
Yes.
Because Mike did his typical Mike video, and like I said in our group meetings, we have like 85 different messaging channels now, but Mike comes out, and he's definitely drunk Mike, kind of doing his... He's got the head bob going on throughout. And I honestly, guys, I don't know how I feel about watching a 30-plus-year-old man fuck a Tickle Me Elmo with a banana.
Yeah, that was a little weird.
A hug me Elmo with a banana.
It was a little weird. I'll admit that.
What I don't get, Tim, is you were offended by Mike making fun of Jerry's seizures, but you're not offended by him making fun of rape.
So I wasn't personally offended by it. He asked if it went too far. That was the question.
The rape went too far, but that's what's fucking funny.
Does it go too? It does. And I wasn't even gonna listen. If he put it out there, I don't know if did he edit back on?
Yes.
Has Jerry seen it?
I'm not sure.
Josh,
yet.
maybe you can confirm if Jerry has seen it.
I don't think he has yet. No.
I don't feel like it's going to end well. That is my concern.
And let me start off by this, because Jerry actually texted me today, which is, what is today, the 15th, 14th?
15th.
The 15th. And Jerry did not know when the draft was. He thought it was the 3rd still, when it is the 2nd. And then he freaked out and asked what time the draft was at, because he had a birthday party he had to go to in the afternoon. And I originally said, we pushed it back because of you. He goes, oh, okay, cool.
Yeah, that's typical Jerry fashion. Listen, it is what it is. At the end of the day, listen, you calling me a retard, that's fine. Calling people, saying stuff when people have no control over things, that's one thing. It was rough. It was very, very, very rough. Anyone who hasn't seen it, go watch it. I think a poll should be posted on the league's homepage. Did Mike go too far?
It was funny. I don't care what anybody says.
It's not good.
It's
not good. I'm going to go on the record there. I'm going to defend Jerry. Alex is no longer in the league. I'm going to say it went too far.
Some of the there have been a couple trades now the last couple days. We're going to first start off the big one. It was none other, and this is the reason why Mike made the video. And the video, I think, would have went a lot farther and a lot more in detail if Tommy did not actually end up making this trade with Mike. And it was really funny because I text Tommy and I said, hey, bro, what are you going to do? And he goes, well, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, Mike is very upset with you, and he's going to make a video tonight. He's like, well, he shouldn't be upset anymore. I just accepted the trade. So then I text Mike. He goes, I'm going to calm down, and I'm still going to make a video. So that's where the whole video came about. And I think there were a lot of trade offers going on. I know Josh Schultz offered Tommy a trade. Josh Schultz told me that he got drunk and offered Tommy a trade. Did he tell you guys what that was?
No.
Gronk and almost his whole team for Jordy and who's his running back?
Gurley.
And Gurley. It was Gronk and 3 other players. It was pretty ridiculous. And then Josh did admit that he was drunk, so he could not do the trade, but. So the trade that went down, Jordy in an 8th for Crabtree in a 6th. What do you guys think about that?
Gotta also remember, Tommy will be getting a 6 next year as well.
Yes, my fault, yes.
But it's interesting. I know Jordy is Tommy's guy. He's also Mike's guy. They're both big-time Packers fans. But I like what Tommy's doing. Jordy is getting up there in age. And everything I've been told is that he's worried that this might be Jordy's last elite year. So I completely get him making the move. And this is Mike going for it. That's exactly what he's doing this year. He likes that combo of Jordy and Aaron Rodgers together, and he thinks that's going to help him win the Starfish this year.
He does. It's initially I'm the only one, I think, who said this is a bad deal for Mike. Only because, he's hoping that Rodgers and Jordy help accommodate the fact that he went to win now mode without win now running backs.
Yep.
And that's a big time mistake, I think, in my opinion. Obviously, Rodgers is going to be Rodgers probably for another 5 years, but to Mike's point and what you just said, Tom, I think Jordy's kind of towards the end here, and there's a lot of weapons. The Packers like to throw it around. Mike's going to see some success with the combo. We talked about that. I don't know if it was on a real show or on one of these shows. What, the quarterback wide receiver combination. We all like it, so it will be successful. But with those running backs, he better trade some of those. If I'm him, I'm trading even out of the friggin'. Talk to Jerry about trading 6'3" for Melvin Gordon or something. Get an elite running back, because without it, son, you're still gonna be a 7-6 team.
Now the deal that I offered him was Dez, and was it 6'12"? God, I'm drawing a blank now. What it was? Dez, and I think it was 6'12" for a 7, and then I gave him a 7 next year. I think that's what I offered him, and he ended up turning it down.
No, I don't blame him. That's a pretty dumb trade.
Why? It's pretty much the same. It's pretty much
more
the same
sixes
thing.
out of it is what.
Yeah.
He got a 6 instead of a 7 next year, and he got Crabtree instead of Dez.
Yeah, Tommy understands how good the running back class is next year. A lot of people in the league, I don't think, know that.
Oh, did his master tell him about it?
No, he's
His
smart.
master
He
tell him about it?
pays
Okay.
attention to this shit. He listens to our show
His GM
religiously.
does. Yeah, his GM tells him all about it. That's fine.
So regardless, that trade happened. Tommy ends up getting Michael Crabtree, and the thing that I tried telling him about getting that trade, yeah, Crabtree finished pretty high last year, but I feel like Amari Cooper is going to come back to being Amari Cooper this year, and the time where we see Michael Crabtree being that number 1 wide receiver, I think he's going to be that number 2 guy, and I told him over and over again, you have a team full now of number 2 wide receivers.
Yep.
Before we get to your trade, Tom, we will talk about that. Or no, it's still your trade as well. That trade with Devontae Adams going to.
I want to say one more thing
Tommy.
about Mike. Mike has screwed himself at the running back position now for 2 years, essentially.
Well, he's going to get a Delvin Cook or Christian McCaffrey this year.
And he still has a 6 next year.
Yeah, he's still got a 6 next year.
But if he does finish in the top half like he thinks, then
Even if he finishes mediocre, he's gonna struggle with it.
we'll see. Because just like this year, 4 top running backs, right? Next year, there could be 5 or 6.
Yeah.
So we'll see what happens.
We'll see.
So the trade with you and Tommy, let's talk about that. He gets Devontae Adams and some picks going around.
All right, yeah. So what was it? Kevin White, an 8th, an 11th, and a 15th for Devontae Adams, a 9th, a 12th, and a 14th. So essentially, Tommy gets Devontae Adams and just drops back in 3 rounds. So
2.
He drops back from the 8th to the 9th.
In 2. Okay, so
Yeah.
into it's I like that trade for Tommy, quite a bit, honestly. He basically losing it helps him cope with losing Jordy. He doesn't lose. He obviously loses that star number 1, like Josh said. But he gets back Devontae Adams, who, if he's like he was last year, it's a great deal for him.
Yeah, I really wanted to keep 4 wideouts, but with Zeke possibly facing 6 games, that kind of had to change my direction right now. And I feel like getting that early 8th, I had to give up my 9-1 for it, but I'm going to get 3 solid running backs early. I'm going to feel comfortable. I should have 5 running backs by 8-4. So I should have good enough depth to compete while Zeke is suspended.
I'm excited to see. It was Danny Handcuff these last few years. We might actually have Tommy Handcuff as well. There's a possibility. I know he's smart. I know Tommy's GM, really knows what he's doing and knows how to inform his manager on who to draft. But with that being said, and if Gurley doesn't come out and do what we're all thinking Gurley's going to do, if he has another down year, Tommy potentially could be in a lot of trouble.
Gurley did not look good in that preseason
No.
game. So, I don't know. I still think
the preseason.
Yeah, I still think the Rams are, I don't know, another year or 2 away, and it just sucks to see Gurley kind of floating by the wayside, I guess, Talking about another trade with you, Tom, you ended up getting Amir Abdullah, flipped a 13 for a 14.
Yeah, right now, Amir, he was a guy I was targeting. Josh kind of called it super early. Didn't really want him to know that, but he kind of guessed that a while ago. But I've just been hearing a lot of shit about people taking him late 6th, early 7th, so just bit the bullet, and I'll be keeping Amir now.
How comfortable are you with
I like
that?
Amir.
Yeah?
I think he's got potential to be a number 1 running back. He could stay healthy. The Lions are saying they're going to give him 200 rushing attempts, and I'm guessing he'll get 40 to 50 receptions. If he can get that, he's talented enough to be a top-end wide or running back 2 or low-end running back 1 in my eyes.
Zeke did do his appeal as well, as we all know. So there is still a chance that he does still start the season. If the news comes out that it's going to go to court and do all that, are you going to not keep Amir Abdullah? Would that change your mind again?
I'll probably have to keep him still.
Regardless?
Yeah, I mean, the only other option now at that point after that trade
Andrew
is
Luck.
to keep Andrew Luck or Jimmy Graham.
Yeah.
And I don't see you keeping a tight end. I know Spencer loves it when people keep tight ends. He thinks that there's a lot out there who are keepable players.
Yeah.
Can we talk about how angry he's been?
Well, let's talk
cover
about
the
that.
last trade.
Yeah,
All
let's talk about that after this trade. Last trade, big trade in my opinion. We have Larry Fitzgerald, Doug Baldwin, a 7th and a 12th, and for Dez Bryant, Jordan Reed, a 9th and 11th. And I dropped Treadwell. Doesn't really matter with that. So, big trade. Two stud guys for
A raping and pillaging. It's called Spencer Camp. You raped him, Josh.
I did not see it go that way. I thought it was a very fair trade. I got a 7th back, and that's kind of what I wanted. I didn't have any 7ths. I didn't have any 8ths. I wanted to move back up into the 7th or the 8th, and opportunity kind of shown itself right there, and I took it. Me, personally, I want the 4 wide receivers in case if anything does happen to Keenan Allen if he dies or anything like that, or, first half he ends up getting a goddamn kidney stone or anything. So
everyone knows my opinion. Josh, we know yours. You're the one who made the trade. Tom, we need you the expert breakdown. Listen, you're the GM for 3 teams in this league. Let's talk about your thoughts of your thoughts on the deal.
When I first saw the deal, I thought a lot of people were going to say that Mr. Fourth got raped in this deal. Look, Dez Bryant's that big-time wide receiver. He's been a number 1 option for years. And then you got Jordan Reed, who last year, on a game-to-game basis, he was the number 1 tight end. He's been a complete monster when he's on the field. But in my eyes, Josh won this trade. Yeah, Baldwin and Fitz, it's the more conservative role, but he's getting Doug Baldwin as his number 2. Larry Fitz will be his number 3, mixed in with Keenan Allen. We'll be able to play the matchups. But look, Jordan Reed, has he even practiced yet? His foot's still bothering him. We have seen foot injuries bug the shit out of wide receivers and tight ends for a whole year, and he is not known for being healthy. Josh might have just fucking got one over on Mr. Luke. I'm not gonna make fun of you and say some stupid soccer reference like half the other league will do.
We're not allowed to make jokes.
We're not
like that
allowed
anymore.
to do that
We're not
anymore.
allowed to, but only one person is. Spencer's allowed to
Yeah.
make jokes about, no one else in the league is, but Spencer can.
The big thing for me though in this trade is getting that 7th for Josh. That's gonna be 5 picks inside the top 15 or 16 overall picks in this draft, which means he's going to have depth. He's going to have top-end talent. He's going to have a scary team.
Now, Josh, have you brought in Tom as a consultant for your draft like so many others in this league have?
negative.
Okay.
I have not.
I was just kidding.
Yeah, no, this trade throws my draft strategy not completely out the window, but it changes it up a little bit because obviously before I had the mindset of keeping a tight end. So tight end was not a thought for me early, and it was basically wide receiver at 6'12", and if a Corey Davis dropped or another wide receiver that I really liked there, that would make more sense. But I thought getting a Larry Fitzgerald, who I thought was going to be kept by Luke, getting him as a keeper and then being able to take another wide receiver or another backup running back, or I could even take a tight end at that spot. But like we said pre-show, if I did go with a tight end there, I'd be reaching for a tight end. So that's why I went for that 7th round. And even though that'd still be reaching, I'm still reaching, and I'd feel a little bit better taking a tight end that I feel comfortable with in the 7th.
That's the only part of this where I thought it could have been considered a quote-unquote rape, is the the picks that you accrued from this. I felt like the deal was fairly close. The players that you got back are underrated type guys who are still very good, and the guys that you gave up are bigger name, but maybe the production isn't as high as some people, aka Luke, may think. So, you getting back a 7th and only giving up a 9, I thought was very, very good for you.
Yeah, I'm ready. I'm ready to draft. How many days we got?
15 or 16.
Goddamn, 15 days.
17.
Can't we just fucking fast forward to it and just be done? That's what I'm ready for.
17 days, 22 hours, 32 minutes.
Woo! All right, guys. Also, if you guys did not know, we can do the draft in my house. I don't know if it's been decided yet.
No, it hasn't been announced anywhere. I mean, we still have on the league homepage that we're still deciding if we're a half-point PPR this year or next year.
Yeah.
It's definitely next year. It's been voted on.
Has it been decided?
Yes, it's done and over with. Thank you very much, Josh. It's been voted on. So we'll just announce here. Josh, is that your house?
Yeah, we can do it here. That's fine.
All right. So it's at Josh's house. Jerry, Josh's house, September 2nd at 5 p.m.
He did say we can move it to 4 if need be.
Thank you. Thank you, Jerry.
That's what he told me. So I don't know, guys. I don't know. That's just what he tells me.
Let's play some over-unders on draft day. What do we see? Over.
Well, but before that, also, if you guys are listening, I mean, we're 15 minutes in, 16 minutes in. You guys can come over whenever you want, as early as you want. We can start this at 10 o'clock in the morning, not the draft-wise, but if you guys want to start partying, playing bags and can jam and whatever else, I got all that stuff. So whenever anybody wants to come over, come on over. We can start it off then. The party will be started off with Danny. He will be cracking the first beer that day. So once he cracks the first beer, the party is on.
And Danny normally likes to drink pretty early, so I'm guessing the party will start roughly 7:30 in the morning.
It might be. I think he's still got to call in sick that day. So.
No, he got it swapped off.
Oh, did he get swapped? Oh, he's got to call off sick on Friday, right?
I'm not sure.
Yeah, one of them. I
have
can't
a
remember.
double Friday, so I won't be getting here till like 2.
That's bullshit.
3.
Dude, just fucking tough it out, bro.
Come on,
It's
it's
a long
draft
day.
day. It's draft day, you bitch.
Yeah, but I gotta get in the right mental mind state. I
Although-
gotta go over Tommy's draft strategy with him at my house.
Yeah, that's true.
I gotta help Josh Schultz out.
I was gonna say you
Mike
guys have to.
and Spencer out.
Yeah, I'm sure there, it's you guys have like a. Do you have your own? Do you have the draft board already set up at your house?
Oh,
Like
yeah.
The breakdown. Okay,
Yep.
Tommy, you'll take this here.
Are you getting pissed off with all these last minute trades, or have you not made anything on there yet?
Well, I originally made the original draft board with Danny and Alex, so I just threw that out, and I got a new one.
That's funny.
But I haven't put all the updated
Do you
picks
still
in.
have all the original draft boards? still?
Yeah, I have 3 or 4 years of them.
Interesting. What happened to the other years?
I'm not sure.
Interesting.
I think the 1 year, I think you might have destroyed it when Mike made fun of alien eyes or something like that, and you were like blacked out. Danny got naked.
That's
No,
possible.
Danny did get naked. No, I didn't
That was like my housewarming party, but
Yeah.
I didn't take that year's. I don't
no,
think I
that the
got
year
that.
with Alien Eyes was Joey's house.
That was
Yeah,
Joey's
that
house,
was
yeah.
Joey's.
But the housewarming party was after
Yeah.
at my house. I didn't take the board home.
Interesting.
Joey might still have it.
He might.
We'll have to ask him.
Who knows?
Yeah.
So what should we? All right. So let's go back to the,
What's up with Spencer?
dude. You want to call him? Let's call him.
we can call him.
I'll call him and we'll see. I'm
Here,
assuming.
why don't we just tell him to get on Skype? I can Skype him
Yeah,
in.
that'll be better. Can we pause the episode real quick?
No, well, let's.
So we have 10 minutes or so to talk to him.
All right. Pause the episode, Josh.
All right.
And we'll call him.
All right. Well, Spencer couldn't get on, so we tried. We apologize.
Bogus. He's too busy playing hockey.
He didn't want to feel the wrath of Tim going after him.
He's scared.
Well, I'm not even gonna say he's scared. Like, I'm a little bit concerned for his health and his well-being.
I think he was on drugs or he was drunk. It's got to be one of the two.
Yeah.
Like,
He was fired up.
He has like postpartum depression or something going on because he's just like, I'm used to being called a retard, but then he's called Josh a retard, Josh Schultz a retard.
I wasn't even talking.
He went on Luke. He posted a poll that's titled the official rest of this league is garbage bet. Like,
Did he really?
oh yeah, you didn't see that.
No, I have not looked at it.
So for those who don't know, Spencer and I made a bet, and the bet was essentially if Tom Joey or Spencer win the league this year, I owe Spencer $50. If anyone else wins, he owes me $50. So to my point, as I explained to Tom, it's just this league is much closer than it's ever been. The talent level and the there's not a lot of just dumbass moves going on anymore. It's not me and Josh Schultz just being dumb as fuck. We're not trading everyone to Joey anymore. Guys like Andre Ellington are getting drafted in the 7th round or 6th round. I don't know what. It's a different league now. So obviously, outside of me having 9 teams to his 3, which makes me very happy. I really, really, really like my odds here.
So Justin made a post on here. Did you guys read any of this? So he makes some pretty cool points here, talking about the total amount of keepers and the total amount of points each team has. And first off, he said, let us congratulate the most points by a group of keepers to none other than Joey, who had 1,024 points from his 5 keepers, which is fucking huge, in 2014. But it did not result in a championship for Joey. Instead of Tom won with a total of 914. Second, he said, let's congratulate the record of least amount of points, rewarded to that point-shaving bastard Josh, psych. The record is actually held by Kevin, who had 5 keepers score 330 total points.
Yikes.
Josh actually had 354 points from his keepers in 2016, but even with only 330 points, he still made the playoffs, which I believe that was Kevin. So
that was the year that he traded me Antonio Brown.
Yeah, for a bunch of D'Angelo Williams type players.
Well, and the funniest part about that was Spencer crucified Kevin for that deal. Crucified, and rightfully so, but it was very similar to the year before. Spencer, and I believe he got Brandon Cooks back in that deal for Odell Beckham Jr., but Spencer actually gave up Odell Beckham Jr. for a bunch of guys who happened the very same way. He made it to the finals with some guys that were kind of there, but there wasn't a lot of premium talent in that group. So obviously Spencer's was a little bit better of a deal than Kevin's was, but it was the same end result.
yeah, so he also put on here the last part of the message was you should expect to score over 786 points if you want to make the playoffs. Scoring 800 practically guarantees you a spot, except if you're a Mike Agent who scored 851 points in 2014 and missed out. I believe that was the year that there was like a 4-way tie, right?
That was the year I think he started 6-0.
Is that what it was?
And then went 1-6 in the final 7 games.
Yeah, I really, truly hope that there's no year that I start 6-0 for myself and everyone in the league. And then, because if I finished 1-6, I don't know how Mike didn't kill himself. That's terrible. That's just horrendous. Absolutely horrendous.
Pretty crazy. Mike is 5th overall with most points accumulated by keepers, but he has not yet made the playoffs. So
it's absolutely insane. I don't know if that's just bad luck.
Well, now see, if he was Josh Schultz, he would be telling everybody and his mother about this and about how, I'm the best and schedules this. Calm down, Josh. We all know you had a tough schedule last year. It's okay.
How important is it, and Justin made a point on that too, how important is it to hit on that first round draft pick that you do have? I mean, he did say that Tim did draft one Nelson Aguilar the one year and did still make the playoffs.
He didn't.
He didn't.
Okay.
I finished second to last.
He drafted
Treadwell last year.
Okay.
Still made the playoffs.
Maybe that's what he meant then.
That's the year that I also traded Treadwell and Mike's best move of his whole entire life when he got rid of Jordan Reed.
So how important is it to hit on that first pick? Does that just set you up for the rest of the draft?
It's important.
It should be by far the easiest pick to hit on. In all honesty, you're getting the cream of the crop of talent that's left. And if you could hit on a stud in the 6th round of a draft, plus your 5 keepers, there's a very good chance you're making the playoffs.
Just a breakdown on Spencer's poll that he has about the scrub-ass garbage bet or whatever. 1 vote for Tom, 2 votes for Joey, and 5 votes for other scrub-ass.
This is a rebellion.
Well, it's funny. First, I want to know who else voted for Joey.
Yeah.
It had to be Luke, right?
Maybe.
I voted for Joey.
It had to be Luke.
I voted for Joey.
You voted for Joey?
Yeah.
Okay. So you voted for Joey. That's fine. But I mean, it should really be 9 against 3. If it's not, then there's an issue here.
Did you guys write liked and then put it in quotes?
I did.
Yeah. And then Joey did the same thing.
Oh, I was wondering what you retards are doing.
I was laughing at that. But yeah, Luke, very good already. Trash talking. There's no way you're winning this league with your dog shit team. I can
like
get
it.
down with that.
Do we have a new... See, I'm a little disappointed, though. I was hoping Luke's addition to our league would add some new adjectives. You know, the English... Those
matey?
Your team is rubbish. No, not matey. He's not a pirate.
Oh, my bad. I thought they were like the same thing.
I was hoping for some terms like, you know, some rubbish or... I don't know. I was just hoping for something a little bit different. But I do love, you know, hopefully Spencer now in the division. You already know Jerry and Spencer's history, right? Hopefully Luke is creating a new division rivalry.
And if anybody's trying to get a hold of Luke, you can definitely text him. You can message him on GroupMe. It doesn't matter. So if you guys want to try to talk trade with him, I just text him. I just looked up time zone in Wales. And make sure I wasn't
still
going to...
in Wales?
Yeah, I think so. I didn't want to text him at, 4 a.m. in Wales, so I looked at the time zone and make sure he wasn't having relations with Wales at that time. So I went ahead and just messaged him. I think it was like 7:01 in the morning. So
We'll see if he's going to be here for the draft. I don't know if his visa got approved yet.
hopefully.
That would be cool if his visa didn't get approved. And then we had someone outside of the country in our league.
That'd be something.
It'd be interesting.
All right, so let's go real quick. We have... Let's just do another quick
Hold
mock
on.
draft.
I want over-unders.
Okay.
Over, under, or yes or no, these things happen at the draft alone. Danny throws up.
No.
No.
Jerry hits Mike.
No.
Although Jerry's being a little bitch right now because he goes, man, whoever gets beer bitch should have to do more than just get beers for everybody. That's bullshit. And I responded back, Jerry, that's me. And he's like, huh. That's what he said.
That's awesome.
And I'm like, get
Good.
the fuck out of here.
Good, I like that.
Yeah, no, he wants me to like get a football thrown at me or something.
Tom, you can answer this. Josh, you're the one who controls it. Over, under, 1.5 lion tamers for Spencer.
Under. It'll be 1.
It's definitely under.
Yes or no?
He's saving them.
Yes or no, a tattoo bet happens at the draft.
Ooh. I could see Spencer being dumb, but normally he only makes bets he like really thinks he could win, which is kind of smart.
Yeah, I mean, it's very, very smart on his part.
I think he'll be a little nervous with you two this year, so unless like Tommy or fucking Luke for Spencer tattoo bet, like loser has to get the other country's flag put on him would be funny as fuck.
That'd be
Well, I'm pretty
interesting.
sure.
Well, I don't know. Luke's technically American now, I guess.
To be fair, we don't really know what
Yeah.
race or country he's from.
What race he is.
I don't know.
That'd be a cool bet.
All right. Yes or no, there's a bet for hair. Any type of hair. Eyebrows, your head.
No.
Yeah, I think the hair for hair bet's over.
Hair for hair is over.
Yeah.
Yes or no, we see Josh shave Mason's nuts.
Yeah, there's a chance.
At the draft.
There's a chance.
Yes, I'm going to go yes.
Yes
Maybe beforehand.
Yes or no, not including a Josh on Spencer Lion Tamer. Yes or no, we see 2 league members wrestle at the draft.
No.
If I had to put it on anybody, it'd probably be Kevin and somebody.
Really? Is there a Kevin out there?
Yeah, Kevin and you.
You and Kevin should fight.
Kevin. Well, that's. I've submitted Kevin so many times.
He's
No.
been working out though, bro.
He's flexible.
Yeah, he's working out, but he still knows that these bows, and Josh can attest to it, in those thighs do not feel good.
Yeah.
But everyone keeps calling for me and Mike to fight. Why does everyone keep doing that?
That'd be
I don't
interesting.
understand.
Because you're the 2 dads.
Yeah.
No, everyone's
the
like,
2 drunk dads.
Mike knows Taekwondo, and he'll kick you in the face.
He does know
And
Taekwondo. He's a black belt.
Mike
bro.
and I aren't fighting you
He's
guys.
a black belt.
Mike and I aren't going to fight.
You're an MMA genius. He's a
no,
black
I'm
belt in
not.
Taekwondo.
Genius, Jesus
One
Christ.
time he kicked me in the chest. I flew over a bush. It's like I was flying in the air. It was crazy. Just to let you know. We videotaped it too.
Are there any other bets that, anything else that you expect from the league here?
Who makes the first pick where everyone just laughs at them and calls them a retard?
It might be me.
Really?
It might be.
No, I'm going to go Mike.
with the rumor of Jerry taking Justin Tucker at 7-1, that's who I'm going with.
It might be me. That's all I got to say.
That's why I'm happy I traded back far enough that at least there's a shot of, even though last year you guys weren't, you guys all liked the pick of Treadwell. Because everyone thought Mike was going to pick Treadwell before me.
Yeah.
I'm going to cut this real quick, and then we'll continue on.